Hey everybody, it's Brava Chef Travis here, and today we are making
chocolate soufflés.
Chocolate soufflé. Alright, and here is everything that you're going to need to make these chocolate soufflés at home. You need 3 large egg yolks, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of sugar, granulated sugar, 2 ounces of butter, 2 ounces of chocolate chips, and 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of egg whites. And here I also have 4 ramekins, and you will need either a balloon whisk or an electric mixer and 2 mixing bowls. First thing you want to do is butter and sugar your ramekins. I already have a couple done here in advance, but we're going to show you guys how to do it. Just take a little bit of butter. You don't need a lot, just a tiny little piece. So what you're going to do is take it. You need to have some softened butter, by the way. You can also use a brush if you want. You don't have to use your fingers. But I'm just rubbing that butter all around. Okay, so you go ahead and go too. Great. And then you just take a tablespoon or so of sugar, pour it in here, get your other one right there, and then you very simply tilt it to the side. So you can see what I'm doing here, and I'm holding it over this other ramekin, and I'm trying to coat all of that butter with sugar. Do that one more time. Then you just want to get all those edges. And then you're going to get rid of the excess. You just shake that out back into your sugar bowl. So now we have our 4 ramekins ready to go. Now we're going to take our egg yolks, our 3 yolks, just go right into our bowl here. And our 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of sugar. And we're gonna beat this. Here we go. Once you get it incorporated like that, you can turn the speed up. Everything about speed 6. This should take about a minute or 2 minutes. On this speed. You can even go higher. I'm looking for it to get really pale and ribbony, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. I like to just melt this chocolate and butter in little 30-second blasts. We're getting pretty close here. See how you can see some ribboning going on down there. And you can see now what we mean by the ribbon stage, where you can see when I lift it out, it holds its ribbon. Chocolate is already melted with the butter, and so we're going to pour that directly into our egg yolks. I like to use a 72%, actually I think this is a 62% dark chocolate, but you can go as dark as you like. But I wouldn't go less than 60%. And then this, just very quickly, you're just trying to incorporate it.
Oh, I want to try that.
All right, that's ready for that stage. So you can see here we have that chocolate ready to go. This is the chocolate, egg yolks, and sugar, and butter. You can set that aside. One of the most important things about making a souffle is that you need to, it's all about air. It actually means to breathe in French. And so that's what's gonna help the souffle rise, is by incorporating air into the whipped yolks. It is very important to make sure that you have no fat in your clean mixing bowl, or on the whisk that you're going to use to whip the whites. Any fat that's on that whisk or in that bowl will not allow the whites to whip properly, so make sure it's a clean bowl. And we'll get started here. We're going to take these whites to what's called the soft peak stage. They should be sort of pillowy and like clouds, and you'll notice in the beginning you're going to see very large air bubbles, and as the bubbles get smaller and smaller and smaller, the texture gets almost like silky and like a velvet, and that's where I'll show you it's really important to hit that stage, but don't go beyond it, because if you go beyond it, you can take them too far and they get too stiff and it won't work as well. But let's get going. We'll measure out our 2 tablespoons. You can keep these whites actually for a pretty long time, at least a week, in your fridge. So there's the 2 tablespoons, and then a half cup. All right, and here we go. I'm just stopping to show you where we're not ready yet. See how it's still soupy? Looks kind of liquidy. Got to keep going. This is where I like to turn down the power. I'm only at about a level 5 now. You'll have more control. We're still not quite there yet. See how it's still a little too soupy? But we're getting close. You could make it with that, but I like to go bubbly. Just a little bit further.
That's bubbly.
Yes, very bubbly. That's perfect. Right there. See, it doesn't look liquidy anymore. You want to stop right there.
Wait, are you making the ice cream?
Now we're going to fold these 2 together. I like to take just a little bit, not quite half, of my whites, just to lighten up the chocolate mixture first. It's very important that you fold here. You spend a lot of effort trying to make this super light, so if you beat it too hard, you'll beat out all the air.
Can I mix it up?
Okay, so now that we've folded a little bit of the whites into the chocolate, we're going to now take the chocolate mixture and fold that into the whites.
All mine.
So I'm going in the center and kind of coming around. Making sure to scoop up from the bottom. Getting very close now. That's looking good to me. That's it. So now we're simply going to fill our ramekins. And these are 6-ounce ramekins. It's okay if you actually go a little over. And I'll show you a trick in just a second. Perfect. Now, for the excess, I'm just going to move these forward. This is a pretty important step in getting a perfect top to your souffle. You can see it's a little bit overfilled. I'm just going to take it and swipe the excess off. I'm just using the flat side of a spatula just to level it off here. So that's step 1. Now it's time to come in and just give one final little cleaning. There's a special trick. You want to take your 2 fingers like this, your index finger and your thumb, put it on the rim, and run it around 1 time. That little extra space that we just created in there is going to help it rise. So I'll show you that again. Just pinch, come around, and then I like to just give it a little wipe with a clean paper towel before you put it in the oven. All right, now the cool thing is that you can do this before a dinner party or before dinner. These can hold for up to an hour or 2 hours at room temperature before you bake them. All right, now to serve, you just give it a little opening in the top. I like to put a little scoop of vanilla ice cream in there. And that, my friends, is going to be delicious. All right, John, what do you think? Yeah? I'm pretty excited to eat mine now. But these guys are getting some too.